Hello everyone and welcome back to the start of round 3. I am Solo Base 15. Thank you for joining me. As you can see on this title screen, I am currently 4-2 headed into this match. Still on pace for Kyber. So let's take a look up at the matchup and see what I'm up against. Here you can see when it comes to Grand Arena stats, I have a higher score for this session. I have a higher lifetime score. I have a higher best score. When it comes to offense wins, my opponent has a good amount of offense wins, but I'm still leading there. It looks like I undersize more. I clear a lot more. But once again, he has more defense. Now, looking at the actual roster summary, I have a few more Zetas. It's not a huge advantage here, though. I have the advantage when it comes to mods, just on all my tunes G11 plus, and then a small advantage in the top 80 tunes. But I do have the speed advantage there. I have more G13 as well, but he's got more G12 and more of his rosters at G11 plus by a little bit. Then, skipping down to the bottom, we'll look at the relics. I have a lot more relics than he does, though he has a few more at relic level 6 than I do. Then, going back up one category to the mods, he's got many more 6-dot mods than me. He actually has a lot more of the 25 plus mods than me. It's only 3, but 3 is a lot when you're in that category. Then when it comes to speed mods, I just have him beat everywhere else. So, should be an interesting matchup. Hopefully it's a good matchup that I can come out of. And let's, head out to the board. So here we can see what I'm facing. You can see my opponent has already attacked at least one zone. He attacked one zone and then stopped. You can see he was able to one-shot my Bounty Hunters and my Hux team, but he averaged 56.5 banners on that zone. So he was able to steal 7 banners in one zone. That's a good start to this. I did switch up a little bit on defense. I used to have the Geos on defense. I decided to put Night Sisters down instead. So the Night Sisters are sitting with Grievous. I also took the Probe Droid out of the Grievous team, and I added L3 into that team. Next, take a look at up top. Not much has changed here. This top worked well last time, so I kept it the same this time. And then taking a look at ships, and I did place my Negotiator. So let's take a look at what we're facing. You can see here in this top zone, he's got a Night Sister team. We'll check out the speed. Only 215. On Asajj, that means 320 after adding in the lead and her unique. Taking a look at the Spirit, it's got a good offense set, but it's not very fast. And then Talzin's, usually you see Daka as the other relic member of this Night Sister team, but in this case it's Talzin. And she's got a whole bunch of offense on her. She actually has an offense set. That means if she gets a turn to go, she's going to hit hard. Then we have this Geo team here, where it's Brood and Spy are relicked. And then underneath them, we have a Bosk team with Nest. Bosk has a speed set. He's actually sitting at 303. But he doesn't have speed on his lead, so his final speed is 303 as well. Taking a look at Nest, and this is a fast Nest. with tenacity is still up over 100%, but it's not, the 150% tenacity you want. If you've been following along in the Discord chat at all this week on our server, which there's a link below if you're not a member of that Discord, but there's been a lot of discussion about fast or slow nest. I still maintain that a fast nest is better and scarier, because once you start getting into relic levels, a fast nest gets to take more turns and gets to kill you faster. So something we have to worry about here. Then come down to the bottom here, and we can see this Newt team. Now, what my opponent likes to do is put this Newt team down, and then in the back, he likes to have a Dooku-led team that has General Grievous in it. And so I expect that's what we see once we clear this bottom zone. He did well in leaving this in the front bottom, because it really makes you question what team you're going to use. It would be easy to see this and think that you can use your Jedi Knight Revan team on this team because Grievous isn't there and you don't need to save Revan for Grievous, but alas, that is not the case. We will likely see General Grievous hiding behind, and then my opponent is going for new Kylo, and so you can see a heavily relicked First Order team there. So we have to come up with an attack strategy. You can see my attack teams on the right. First glance at this, of course, there's plenty of teams that I could use Padme on here, but I want to keep Padme just in case he's hiding Darth Revan in that back as well. Sometimes he puts Revan on defense. Sometimes he doesn't. My opponent actually, likes to switch up his defenses, so you never really know what's going to be back there. So I need to keep Padme. If he has Grievous back there, he probably is going to have Wat on that team. So I want to keep my EP and Sith team hiding back there, or for what's hiding back there. And that means I need to figure out what's going to take out this bottom section. And so with that Newt team, I can use my Geos. We'll look here, and this B2 is modded with a crit avoidance arrow, which you can see here, which it's a good setup on this B2. He has almost no speed, which I appreciate. B2 doesn't generally need speed, but I like when they're not that fast. Now, this B1 has an offense set, so he's going to hit harder. He has pretty good speed on him, though. What I'm thinking is use my Geos on this Newt team, and then we will use my Jedi Training Ray on the First Order team. That would leave me, I'd have to use my CLS up top on those bugs, but that can be done. That's not really a quote-unquote problem. Or I'd also have my Jedi Knight Revan if I wanted to as well for up top. So let's get started. The harder of the two fights here is likely to be this Newt team. So let me scroll down and select my Geos here. And we'll take them off the board and we'll enter the battle. So you can see it's a fast Newt team, especially with that B1. And now we get to go. So what I'm going to do is, because that B2 applied the buff immunity and everything, I'm going to heal up and clear, and then we're just going to start going after this B2. He's going to take a little bit to chew through. Pay off the extortion. It's why the Geos are nice against this Newt team. Now, B2 is gone. I don't want Droidica assisting, so we're going to dispel Droidica. And, alright. Now, this B1 is going to be painful. So we're going to come after this B1. And the bugs actually take down B1 fast because of all the assists. Next, we're going to go after Droidica because he's got the most turn meter. We were able to take that away. And now, let's go after Newt the first time. And then he's going to come back. He's going to stealth. I'm going to take a Droidica out. Yep. Newt applies extortion. Next, I want to put the debuffs down on Django. If he doesn't get killed here, it's going to at least stop him from using a big hit. Alright. Now, here's where the annoying part comes in. I could pay the extortion here, but I want to get the brute up to start absorbing some damage. So, don't pay the extortion, but we killed Newt, and this is only going to be 55 banners here, but we got through that. You can see it was a fast team, and it was a good team, so it's nice to get through it. Next, we're going to come in against this First Order team. Switch back to my attack teams here. And we're going to use my Jedi Training Ray. So, here we go. I put Holdo in here instead of L3. And I did that because L3 was getting one shot often. And so I needed the I needed somebody that was sturdier. Next. Now I'm not gaining the bonus turn meter here because of Hux being there. So it's kind of, I have to sort of survive until I can get to Hux. Alright, now we're going to use Fitton's second big hit. Next. Unfortunately, Holdo has the healing immunity here, but we're going to dispel and now attack Hux. And Hux is the one member on that team that is G12, so he's actually going to go down easier. Next, we're going to go after Fox because he's the big hitter. And now we are going to prevent Fox from coming in and having a big hit. Also dazes him, so he can't gain turn meter, not that he survived that long. AoE, so let's hit old school Kylo, and now is when the control portion of the JTR team comes out, because I basically have everybody stunned or ability blocked at this point. And we're going to apply daze to everyone so they're not gaining turn meter. Then Illuminated Destiny, we're going to take some turn meter away from old Kylo. Big hit, healing immunity, and now we just have to chew through this team, which, due to relic levels, and they are immune to percent health, so it's going to take some time to chew through the 2 Kylos. Luckily, that's why we have Finn, because he builds up his offense on those big hits. So we're going to apply healing immunity to KRU and stun. Alright, now all that's left is chewing through a KRU that has healing immunity. Big hit. Alright, there we go. 58 banners against a heavily relicked First Order, and we get to see what's hiding in the back now. Alright, so he decided to switch it up from a Dooku lead to a HK lead. And he has BB-8 hiding there as well, so there's 2 taunts, and they're going to go fast. Actually, that HK has got nice little relics on it as well. I am going to use my Jedi Knight Revan on this team. If I can find them here. And alright. Now the one thing to worry about is HK does more damage against Jedi. Let's see. Alright. Now spread foresight. Use Jolie. I just need to get to the mark. Here's the mark. And this is why not having B2 in the team, isn't necessarily a good idea here for defensive purposes, because I can mark Grievous right away. Now, of course, he can still do that and have a big hit. But I can take him out first turn. So now we can kill the droids however we want. We don't have to worry about, killing them and then having a big AoE come in. So, stun. We will bring Jedi Knight Revan back. And now we can go after HK, who's the only damage threat left on this team. And there goes HK. Do an AoE. Spread foresight. And then we just have to take out Magna. Alright, there we go. 59 banners against that team. Grievous without B2, just not scary. Alright, so let's talk about what teams we have left. You can see on the side I have Padme, I have CLS, I have my Sith trio, I have my First Order, and then I have Troopers left. So I have one extra team. I probably am not going to be using my Troopers in this one. So coming up here, I have a couple options here. I'm probably going to use... Actually, you know, I probably will use my troopers here because I can use them against Night Sisters. And then that leaves me plenty of attack for the other team. So why don't we start off with that? Alright. Enter battle. Now feed everyone turn meter. Dispel. And go after Daka. There's one. And Snow Trooper just has fun. That's what Snow Trooper does. And so we have a 20-second battle. They were able to get some stuns off, but I was still able to get 60 banners. So you will not see me complaining about that. Now, I have CLS, I have Padme, I have my Sith trio, and I have my First Order Watt. And the answer, quite frankly, is I can use any of them. So the question is, how do I want to do this? I'm going to use... we'll use CLS against the Geos. Start off by stunning Brood, I should say. Dispel Brute. Then we are going to put Confuse, clear everyone out, ability block everyone, and stun Spy, kill Spy. So that's one relic gone. Now we will go after Brood Alpha. I'm going to taunt. Now Brood is gone. Next, I'll get a big hit on Poggle. Then, take out Soldier. Take out Sunfac. And that's the fight. So 59 banners because Chewie was a little low on his protection. But another fast and easy fight. So we'll take CLS off here. So now I have Padme, I have First Order Watt, and I have my Sith team. Let's pull my Sith team in against these bounty hunters. Now, we're going to send Fear out so they can't take turns. Have them hit Scion. We're going to isolate Nest so there's no counters. Next, let's see, let's start going after Boba. Alright, there's the first time of killing him. Survives for an extra turn because of that dodge. Alright, go there. Don't let them take a turn. They're not going to throw their grenades there. So he has got Fear on him. Looks like Dengar doesn't. Put Shock on Bosk. Steal everybody's ability to use an ability. Some people call that ability block. Take out Greedo. Now Dengar is in stealth, so we're going to have to go after this Bosk. And he is quite heavily relicked, so he's going to take a little while to chew through. We'll isolate him and reduce the Darth Nihilus cooldown, so put some buffs up again. Now, alright, now Bosk is gone. Bring up Held by Hatred. And big hit, and we're done. So there's 60 banners against a really fast Nest that he got. Well, Nest, it's a she. She got one turn there. She's the only one that really did any damage, but she did damage to Bastila, who luckily is the only one that can regenerate her protection. So next, come down here. Let's see. Who was that we just used? That was... Take Trey off the board. So we have Padme. We have First Order Watt. Any of them will do here. When it comes to banners, I can probably take this team out undersized. So we will. That just feels wrong, taking an R7 Jedi Knight Anakin out of this team. But I'm certainly not going to take General Skywalker out of the team. So, we'll go Dispel L3. Next, Vandor Chewie is there. Get rid of Chewie. Now get rid of basically everybody. And by the way, that's why I kept General Skywalker in that squad. So another 20-second fight, this time for 61 banners. So I'm doing excellent on my efficiency. He's got the Akbar fleet down. This is the one that, you know, it can cause problems, unfortunately. Well, actually, before we go in, let's see. And they are G12. So let's, you know, knock on wood, hope for good things here. Separatist, and then come up here. Bounty Hunters, and drop Houndstooth in. And away we go. Alright, we get a wiggle. We get a stun. Luckily, Vulture is able to survive. Put buff immunity on that Biggs. Alright, next. Just get the droids down. And mass attack on Biston. Biggs is gone. Get the droids back on Biston. Alright, next we will bring out Spy. Take out Biston. Now I have to attack the Falcon until Falcon does the wiggle. And Wedge comes out to take out my Sunfac. The Vulture is gone. Alright. Take out the Ghost. They're not going to get another reinforcement, so we can do a mass attack there. AoE is not enough. Now we're going to see a ton of dodges. So, to try and protect myself from that, let's get another taunt out. Alright, there we go. So it wasn't the cleanest of wins, obviously. But I did get through it. And that's honestly what's important there. And unfortunately, that fleet battle is what cost me the most banners. So we'll see how my opponent does with the rest of the zones. Just check to make sure they're not in battle now. They are not. But it was a good round. I will let you know next time how this round finished up. Until then, thank you for joining. Please leave a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe. There's links below to our Discord channel. Like I said earlier, it's a great channel. I ask that you join us. And then Zareth and I have a podcast going on. We record every Monday night, and it's usually posted by Tuesday morning. So I'm going to have a link to that down below as well. And until the next time, good luck in your rounds.